Hey there, listeners, it's John. Something that came as a bit of a shock to me is that we haven't really explored the process of flashbacks. So I figured since flashbacks are a part of Adam's GMing style, I'd put my thoughts out there regarding this concept. Considering there's plenty of players out there with an idea for a character and a backstory, it's a shame that oftentimes so much of it gets left on the cutting room floor. I'm sure there are cases against using flashbacks, but I'm a big fan of them. You see, flashbacks are for the other players primarily. They're there to entertain and inform. You're taking a chunk of your backstory and fleshing it out, complete with an event, and that forms a scene. If you can mention in a session, it's done passively and not worth a flashback. Now, in this exploration of crafting flashbacks, I've decided to detail some characteristics, rules, and suggestions that could help you craft your own. Something I feel is important to consider is whether the flashback can be tied into the main conflict. The best way to determine this is to work with your GM. So the more you collaborate, the more you're both on the same page, and the better the execution. Since your GM knows the story moving forward better than you do, they will know best on when to deliver it for that maximum impact, not only for your character, but to add life to whatever setting the characters are in. Just as importantly, you'll need to identify what you're trying to convey in the flashback. The question you should ask is, what is the purpose? Is it the reason for the character's overbearing flaw, their hidden shame, or great trauma? Perhaps it explains their motivation for completing the quest. Remember, the more it surfaces for your character, the more you're suggesting to the rest of the players that you want to talk about it. Something I think is crucial for developing a flashback are things like setting, environment, and tone. Setting includes concepts such as location, event, and time frame, and lore can really flesh this part out. It's there to serve as a foundation on where the primary character is. For example, maybe there's a weekend harvest festival in Springfield. Keep that in mind, as we'll carry this example throughout the process. Now, let's move on to environment. In this context, my definition of environment is broad. It's so much more than just the weather and geography. It's the plants and animals, people along with their culture and religion. Of course, trying to insert all this information encourages brevity. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just prioritize on the purpose you're conveying. And if you can splash in some environment, you're already bringing your setting to life. So in the Weekend Harvest Festival example I used earlier, let's add some environment. Let's say it's a sunny day. There's a breeze that's come through the nearby mountain pass. Children are running about. Guards are content, half alert, and maybe participating in the Jubilee. For extra immersion, you can throw in some sensory input throughout the flashback. Is the character lost in thought? Or does the character smell the fresh grain, feel relief from the cool breeze, or hear the laughing children? The character isn't just a camera, they're experiencing this. So, moving on to tone. This one is all about atmosphere or setting up a change to the story. Here's where you can use prose and descriptors to pepper throughout the flashback, framing the kind of mood you're going for. Changing from cheery descriptors to ones that invoke anxiety, foster a sense of anticipation for the listener, and facilitate a change of pace, usually heralding an event on the horizon. Say, for an example, an eclipse takes place during this harvest festival. The use and transformation of descriptors help put the listener in the front seat of this flashback. So, along with the elements that go into the creation process, there are also some rules that I try to maintain. One such example is the power of show, don't tell. Exposition should be kept at a minimum, as dry, long-winded expositions can distract the listener and break immersion. Which brings me to my next point, brevity. The dialogue needs to have a purpose. You're only allotted so much time to convey the purpose of the flashback. Don't get lost in the weeds with conversations that go nowhere with people who have no impact in the story. On that note, keep at most just a few named characters for any given flashback. Also, keep it real. If your party started at level 1, your flashback shouldn't be you slaying a dragon. Instead, it could serve as the introduction of that big baddie that causes the eclipse and your motivations to stopping it. Okay, so now you're ready and you've got some ideas for creating your flashback, and that being said, there are some things to keep in mind during finalization, such as the use of present tense. This positions the flashback as the current activity rather than just a memory. The character is reliving this experience. Now, in that same vein, try using an active voice to keep things fresh. This is something that Zach taught me, so thank you, Zach. What this basically means is that you focus on the action within a sentence. If we were to describe the action of an eclipse, I could say that the land is covered in darkness, or I could instead say darkness covers the land. You see, I'm assigning the activity to the darkness and therefore breathing life into the sentence. Also, it never hurts to read your flashback aloud, trust me. This helps find issues relating to grammar, pacing, focus, and time. Now, go and tell the story that's in your character's beating heart and tell us about it in our Discord. We'd love to hear about our listeners' creations, and we're all jazzed to help in whatever ways we can to make your character pop. Now, adjust your seats in their upright positions, keep your arms inside at all times as we make our departure for episode 106, Christoff the Record.
What is happening, Southern Tomfoolery? How we doing this fine Thursday?
Good.
It's a Thursday.
Good.
Well, fair to middling. How about yourself?
Best day of the week.
Fair middling.
I like that shirt, Heath. It's a nice shirt, man. Seems like a
It
good
is.
quality shirt.
Looks like a Zach shirt.
I was just going to
It
say.
does look like a Zach shirt.
Well, that's
borrowed
what
that from
That's
Zach.
why Zach
Clearly,
likes
that's
it.
why I like it, you know?
By which we mean it's plaid,
And it's a
button-up
button-up.
shirt, collared.
It
It
looks
is nice,
nice.
It does. Looks good. You see you trimmed up your beard there too, Heath.
I did. I made a mistake.
I was going to say, that makes me a little sad. I like bushy.
I
Froofy.
always regret it. It gets to a point where I'm like, I hate this. It's got to go. And then I shave it and I'm like, I made a mistake.
No,
Every time.
It wasn't that. I'm fine with it. I think it looks good. It's that I was just like trying to lightly trim it and I made a mistake. Like
You literally made a mistake.
Yeah,
I
I've
misinterpreted
lost my mustache that way a number of times.
yeah.
Yeah. There's been a number of mustache incidences with you.
Try and clean it up a little bit,
Incidents.
bring it in on the sides, and then it's just like, nah, the whole thing's got
There
to
it
go.
goes. Yeah.
Oh, man. Sometimes.
Josh,
shave.
John, what's going on your phone over there, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to call you out.
That's fine. That's fine. I was actually silencing my phone. Have you silenced your phone?
Oh, shit, no, I haven't.
I did that before we pressed record. Mhm.
My phone,
I'm
I haven't
proud
heard
of
my
you.
ringtone in 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it
said
is.
at.
I really don't even know what it is. I really don't.
You don't have specialized ringtones for people?
I don't.
I have a singular buzz for everyone.
Zach said they're like, my phone can ring?
I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like I don't use ringtones ever.
No, neither do I.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I got smartwatch, so vibrate. I'm going to feel like, I'm going to know. I don't need it blaring out to everybody that, hey, this guy's getting a phone call. Look at him.
I do have a ringtone for my alarm.
Well,
Does
yeah.
that count?
Oh,
No.
my God.
I mean,
No.
That's
John,
your alarm.
please tell me that you have a ringtone, like an actual phone, a sound that comes off of your phone.
When it rings?
Yeah.
When it rings?
Yeah.
Vibrate, baby. That's all you need.
Now I'm wondering, is this a girl thing? Or am I just like,
That's just an Emily thing.
that might be fair. Okay.
Why would I
add
want
it
that
to the
making
list.
noise? Come on, man.
Well, because this is my reasoning. I'll tell you why. If my default ringer goes off, I probably ain't going to answer that shit because I don't know you and or like you enough to give you a special ringtone. So that's where my brain is on that.
Do any of
I
us
can
have a
just-
special ringtone, Emily?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
she doesn't answer any of our calls. What are you talking about?
I mean, how often do y'all call me? It's all
Zero
Discord.
times.
Literally never. Like, if I have to get a hold of Emily, I'll just message her.
Okay.
Do you have...
But now I want to
Individual,
call you
like-
so that I can see what my ringtone is.
It's all dang twinkle dang.
Is it really? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. That's fun.
All of ours are dang thwackle dang.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Including
I appreciate
mine?
it. Look.
Yes.
Respect.
Well, why
On
am I
your
not
love for
hearing it right
ringtones.
now, Emily? I'm calling
Because
you
I have
right
it
now.
on mute.
Because it's on silent, ding dong.
Because I'm respectful.
Well,
Put some
none of us are
respect
going
on
to
that
call you
call.
during this.
Oh my gosh. This is not what I wanted
We're
to start
spiraling
today.
Well, this is
again,
how it
conversation
goes,
with.
dude. This is how it
How it
goes.
goes.
Yeah, I know. It is. Well,
We've
I
learned
wanted
a
to
lot
talk-
about each other today. Okay.
We learned a lot about Emily today. We found out that she's from a county, not a city. That was before we started pressing record.
I learned an intimate detail about Zach, so
What's
I
that?
mean, oh, well, I'm not going to say it.
Well,
It's
now you got to
intimate.
share it with the whole class.
Patreon
We
goal.
all knew that he liked plaid collared shirts, Emily. That's nothing new.
Adam.
God, dude, don't give it away.
Oh, is this about Zach's OnlyFans page?
Oh my God, John. Patreon goals.
Dude, don't, bro. You just opened a can of worms.
Yeah.
Listen,
sorry.
you'll no one's ever. It's like invite only. Okay, so this is not. Yeah, this is not like a public thing. It's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the money.
It's about the art and
It's about the art. Yeah, it's a very classy OnlyFans.
Yeah. Spunky Zach. You heard it here first.
It's super exclusive. It's only Zach.
Like I said, it's invite only, dude.
Yeah. You got to know.
You got to be in the know. Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about before we got started is I wanted to kind of take a moment to kind of allow yourselves to talk through what you're doing here. Because we've spent a lot of time in Eclipse Innovations and all that, but I think it might be good for us as a group to kind of remind ourselves what your goals are here. So why do you think you're at Eclipse Innovations? That's what I'm curious.
So, wasn't our initial goal to like get Kaon Reese? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we're here so we can establish the current whereabouts of where Kaon Reese is. And,
Right.
and a more personal goal for Kuiper is to continue with his investigation into trying to identify a little bit more on this subject from a previous employee that had worked here at one point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, but didn't want to bring it up beforehand, primarily because, hey, there's a lot of monsters here. So, but now
They're
that
just
it's
workers.
free, yeah.
You know, they're just workers
They're
and robots.
monsters. They're zombies.
So, yeah. Well, you did take out some zombies last time, and before that, you took out a Terminator robot, and before that, you took out some security class robots, and before that, you attacked a cubicle farm. But you did leave some of them alive. They're still hanging out, presumably back in the cubicle farm. But yeah, I think finding Kaon Reese was the main goal of coming here. And I think it didn't take y'all too long to see that this had, for all intents and purposes, had been abandoned, by Eclipse Innovations, and just whoever was left here was just kind of mindlessly working or dead. One thing that you have found out thus far in your exploration here is that the plan to launch the Penumbra protocol is planning on going in a week, and you found a map in Kaon Reese's office with 3 different coordinates push-pinned on the map. So you have a little bit of information, but not much more than you did when you came in here. Now you still have the last bit of this office building to explore. You guys are all kind of bunched up in the hall right now because you just finished taking out the reanimated employees. The room to the north where most of them were at, it was a medical lab that you can now kind of see now that you're not worried about fighting anything. And this looked more like it was a research lab. And I mean, if anybody wants to roll an engineering or medicine check here, you're more than welcome to. But this is kind of where we're at. This has all still been the same day. You've only been on Verses, I think, for 2 days now.
Can we 10-minute rest just in case?
You absolutely can. If, the party wants to do that. I won't object to it.
I would like to spend a resolve and regain.
Do that 10-minute rest in the lab in the north?
Nope, just right here in the hallway. Orange says, stop me just a minute.
I'm just going to sit down and take my 10 minutes. Is everybody doing that, or just a few of you?
Yeah, I'm doing that for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do it to recharge some stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Oh, I need it worse than anybody.
Right. All right, so yeah, you can spend that resolve, get your stamina boosted back up, and any short rest recharging abilities. All right. Did we get some rolls?
No, but I will roll a medicine check. But I think...
I mean, you could almost take 20 on it at this point, and but we'll get it just for funsies.
How about a natural 20?
Ooh.
How do you feel about that?
Glad you wasted it on that one.
I know. I feel
you're able to tell that in this room there is some medical monitoring equipment. So you get the sense that this may be where they kind of watched people. I think with a natural 20, what I'll let you into it is that, this was kind of an observation room to see how the implants worked.
okay.
And that these zombies that you just killed are the result of what would happen if the implants go too long unchecked. So all the people that you have bound up in there, could potentially face the same fate. Now, again, with a natural 20 and what you guys have learned prior by looking at it, they're not in immediate danger, like within minutes of turning into zombies.
We should probably still call the Kuwakara ambulance service or something on the way.
Yeah,
out,
I think your plan was to do that once you finished kind of clearing.
Make
the
an
office.
anonymous call whenever we go to leave.
Yeah, right. But you would know that if you hadn't have come here and the employees that were working in the cubicle farm, had they been left to just keep doing what they were doing, that these chips that were installed, these augmentations that were installed, would drive them to work until they died, and then they would take over and animate their bodies to continue working.
That's wild.
Oh, that's some sick shit.
So if we had neglected coming here, or decide to explore the city or do something else, if we eventually came here, when we did, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of zombies instead of just some Joe Blows.
Yeah, it makes me kind of worried about the next couple places we go, though.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but the way APs work is things continue to get harder the further you go. Yeah,
Dude, that's
Meta.
a revelation.
I had heard that. I read that on a Reddit thread. It was crazy.
I read that on how to play TTRPGs.
My mind is blown.
Did you need a separate engineering, or was that all rolled up into
No, that's
that
all
thing?
together.
Okay.
Well,
But that is really all that there is in this particular room. I will say the hallway it definitely does end in a T intersection where it narrows into a hallway that goes north and a hallway that goes south.
I guess we'll head south.
Yeah.
South?
Sure.
All right.
The captain.
Mike, I will say that you do know that the other zombies, there was 5 altogether, and that 2 of them came out of this room that's kind of right next to you on the east side of the map here.
Okay. So
Yeah, I mean,
can
Ziva
check-
would ask for us to poke in there, like where they came from.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, and that door's already open, so you guys can kind of squeeze in there if you want. I'll tell you what you see in here.
Eventually.
And eternity later.
So within this dimly lit room, a 10-foot tall terminal constructed of dark gray metal houses a computer with dual monitors accessible by 2 identical workstations.
Okay. Well,
I wish we had somebody who was really good at like computer stuff.
That'd be nice, huh?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
Phil, check the computers.
Yeah, sorry, a little bit distracted. And Phil walks up and
Why don't you roll a perception check first?
does a perception check on his way. That's a 19.
Okay, you see that kind of on the console, there is a slot for a key card.
Well, luckily, I have a key card.
There you go. So now you can make this computer's check with a +4.
Nice.
As you slide Keon Reese's card into the slot.
It's going to be a 33.
Ooh, I'm sorry, that is not enough.
Really?
Are you?
I mean, I
Damn
only
it.
rolled a 9, so
Should've
that
aided.
is fair. I guess.
Sorry? Did you aid?
I said I
Should
should have
have.
aided.
Well, I'll let you post aid here.
Okay, cool.
Post aid? Me too?
That's so nice.
No, not you. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, I auto aid.
Okay.
I ate as well.
All right, so that takes you up another 4, so that's a 37 now, right?
Still not enough.
No, actually, the DC is 35. Okay. And I'm just feeling generous mainly because it's for all of you listening at home. It's been like 2, maybe 3 weeks since we've played this particular game. And I know our computer boy in particular forgets things, so I'm trying to help out. Looking out for you, Josh.
That's what we appreciate about you.
That's a backhanded compliment for all those listening at home.
Okay. It is what
It's
it is,
a
man.
complisalt.
No, all right. So that is a
true.
successful hack, and what you see here is that several files describing the planned installation of signal transmitters around Kuvakara. You see an image of the same map that you saw in Keon Reese's office, with that these are the coordinates. These 3 different places are the coordinates where Eclipse engineers were to install equipment. You also see a document in here explaining that there was a test conducted at New Elysium, and that all of that went according to plan.
Toads.
Kuvakara will host stage 2 of the trials in approximately 1 week, which you already know, when Eclipse broadcasts the signal to all the devices that have Penumbra installed. Additional recovered memos reference Eclipse Innovation's new headquarters, a black site on Versi's dark side, though no coordinates are listed for this facility.
Interesting. So, Phil makes a mental note to see if he can possibly change that broadcast signal instead of doing nefarious things to just play Careless Whisper instead on everybody's
You
device.
will not be able to do it
Not right
from
now.
here.
I know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying mental note to do that for later.
Like,
Okay, I see.
I mean,
So-
I'm guessing
so-
is Phil relaying this information to everyone?
No, he's just thinking that. So yeah, he's really relaying what he's seeing on the screen.
He's not telling you about Careless Whisper.
Exactly. That's for him.
Yeah. He's going to save it and rickroll all of y'all.
my secret is I'm gonna make this whole city fuck.
It's a totally different signal of screams.
Okay, so
I quick question. You said it's just like a diagram. Does it have a diagram of the signal booster things, or is it just the location, the coordinates?
It's just coordinates.
Okay.
If you would like to roll a culture check to maybe establish what those coordinates, those locations are,
I
you're more
would
than
very
welcome
much.
I would like to attempt
can
to aid.
Yeah, can you aid with that? If so, I'm going to auto aid.
I'm not. I have a +1, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I've got a +5. It's worth a shot if I'm able. Nope.
I aid with an 18.
Great.
You
okay.
robes.
Okay, hold on. I can do this math. You just sit back and watch. Okay, so I got a 28 by myself, plus how many aids?
I aided.
Me too.
Okay, so 30 total.
30 total, okay. Yes. So you are able to kind of do some cross-referencing, and you can tell that there are 3 locations, one of which is called the Blue Room. So yeah, the Blue Room is a computer cafe where you can rent a computer console. That is one of the places. The second one is a place called Scuttle's Cybernetics
I
Shop.
thought you were gonna say Scuttlebutts, so which is like the dingy fucking strip club in Mississippi, in South Mississippi.
Like everybody knows Scuttlebutts, dude. I mean, I've never been to Scuttlebutts, but like,
No,
It's on the way to New Orleans,
Yeah,
right? Like
right.
in
right,
Slidell.
right.
Yeah.
Is it in Slidell?
And then,
Yeah.
And then the third one is the Lizard Lounge, which is kind of like a upscale nightclub.
It sounds like my kind of place.
So, yeah, no, I think that y'all should probably write those things down. Maybe you can try to do some intel on those at some point. But that's the Blue Room, Scuttle's Cybernetic Shop, and the Lizard Lounge.
So, what do you say we hop in the Armada and just go destroy these signal boosters? Like,
I don't think it will end up being quite that easy peasy.
Yeah, Fel wants to see if he can triangulate what the center point is between the 3 of those, or like, I guess, kind of have a diagram of where.
Triangulate it.
Roll engineering.
Can anyone assist?
I auto aid.
Sure.
Hold on, let me see.
Hold on, let's see.
Yep, I auto aid.
I aid as well.
So that's a 31.
Okay. Yeah, it triangulates to here.
Okay.
To this look.
Fair.
Cool.
Okay. Womp, womp, womp.
But yeah, so that's what you find in this main, the master computer room of this location. Outside of that, taking 20 on perception checks, there's really nothing else in here. One thing that I'll say, kind of add on to that culture check, Ziva, is that that the Grand Assembly meets in the Assembly of Nations in Kuvakara's East Facet, and that group includes representatives from each member of the Ring of Nations and acts as the planetary's governing body. So if Penumbra were to launch, that would be disastrous because it would be planet-wide, because these representatives from all across Verces are here in the city where this is going to be launched. So you're looking at a planet-wide potential corruption if you don't stop these.
Thanks, I hate it.
Cyber terrorists, got it.
Yeah.
well, we
All
got
right,
some
so
kind of
that's
lead.
that room. Yeah.
Yeah. So which one do we want to head to first?
Well,
Well,
let's finish.
There's more of this here.
but wait,
right?
there's more.
There's more.
Let's clear
Door
out the
number
rest
2.
of this first.
Let's go to the south and clear that out first. Mikhail, you lead
Yeah,
the way.
there's a door at the very north end of the hall, and right next to that on the east side is also a door that looks like it probably goes into a bathroom, based just on the signage. The door to the north, you can't really tell. Then there's a door all the way at the southern end of the hall, and it's flanked by doors on the west and east side.
You think there might be any tier 1 analgesics in that bathroom I could re-up on?
Maybe not in the bathroom.
Some lesser removed condition or something.
So which way are you gonna go? You said south first, I believe.
Southward as we go.
All right. So if you pass the first door, you'll pass is on your right, which would be the west if you're facing south, and it's unlocked, and you kind of poke your head in, and you see that it's just another executive office. However, there doesn't seem to be anything special here that you couldn't have already found on the, you've already been to the master computer room. So yeah, well, there is a terminal here. You've hacked the main server of this location, so you're not going to find anything new there. The door across the hall, there is going to be a lab. So, but this is like a software development lab rather than a medical lab. And once again, you see that most of the consoles and computers have been removed from here. And now you know that it's probably been relocated to the black site. Nothing really of any interest in there. And then, you look at that southern door, and again, it's just another cleared out lab.
So north is the way then.
So north would be the only other way to go at this point. As I said, the door to your right is clearly a bathroom, as it's marked
I want
as
to peek in
such,
there and look
and
for
then-
some analgesics, man.
All right, dude. Let's check it out. Turns out that this is just a bathroom, and there is no first aid kit anywhere to be seen.
All right, well, I had to check.
Dude, I respect it.
Were there any fancy cigars in the executive suite?
Let's roll a perception to see if there was. I'll say if you roll above a
I
25,
don't know
there was.
if you can roll above 25 on perception.
I'm not entirely sure. I can't. It's impossible for me to do.
So no cigars.
Tell you
for
what,
Mike.
let me roll that.
That's
Let me
a
roll
rigged
that.
Black
fucking
site.
game, dude.
Let me roll that.
You don't want like 2-week-old half-smoked cigars, anyways,
Oh,
man.
that's fine. Never mind. Fuck that.
It's the future, dude. They wouldn't be just sitting out drying.
It's just space tobacco.
What kind of executive office doesn't have a humidor, dude? Come on. All right. Northern door.
Let's check it out.
You're at it. What you gonna do?
Perception.
Yeah,
perception.
wait.
Yeah,
Wait,
you notice how
no.
Ziva hanging all the way back in the middle of the hall.
No,
Now you hold the fuck on, Auden.
I hadn't quite learned my
All
lesson
right, go
yet.
ahead. Roll your perception.
all right.
You got a concussion or something?
Maybe.
Yikes. That's a natural 3 for a 24.
Got a 33.
Let's see. I got a
Okay.
25.
All right. Well, 25, 33. You guys feel pretty confident that this door is not trapped.
Laser microphone?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
I'll roll over that 33 with the laser microphone, and you hear nothing on the other side of the door.
Just open the damn door is what Adam's saying. So let's do that.
Open the door.
Look, you're not going to put your door troubles.
Wait,
on me.
hold on. I don't know that we should open this thing yet. Let's delay another 15 minutes.
At least.
I mean, it's up to
That
y'all.
was a joke, Adam. Open the door.
I was dead
Was
serious.
it though?
We were not. Please open
From
the
the
door.
back, Ziva says, open the goddamn door.
Yeah, so the door opens.
It's after you, Captain.
So you see 2 circular tables made of thick laminate occupy this drab beige and white room. The floor, however, is littered with broken glass, discarded medical supplies, and an overturned swivel chair. Computer terminals on the tables have shattered screens and cracked keyboards. Drawers in the cabinets to the north hang open, and flecks of dried blood mar the white tile floor.
But what about the analgesics?
Oh my God.
Well, I'll let you go ahead and check that medical cabinet.
With a
And in there, you do find an advanced med kit, 2 doses of spray flesh, 2 tier 2 antitoxins, 2 tier 2 sedatives, and 4 Mark III serums of healings, and an X-ray visor.
wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, we woo.
Wowzy wozy.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah. All right.
And
So yeah, there is some pretty good medicinals this time around. There's
So I
that,
have an
I
advanced
think-
med kit. I don't really use spray flesh for anything.
I mean, I could take whatever you don't want because I think I have the. I don't know, Kuiper, do you have medicine?
Yes, I do. 16.
Do you have advanced med kit?
Let's see.
Because your medicine is higher than mine, so if you don't have the med kit, go ahead and take
Nah,
it.
my med kit's basic.
Yeah, you take that.
Got that pumpkin spice med kit.
Exactly.
All right.
So, while they're, Furfling supplies. That's a word.
Pilfering?
And that's the one. That's totally what I said.
Looting.
Why are these computers smashed? Like, everything else has been taken. Is there any kind of... I mean, did the zombies do this before they got out?
One of the computer terminals is completely broken and inoperable. Another one, it looks as if just the screen is cracked, but the PC itself, the computing unit itself, doesn't seem to be damaged.
It's cracked. All the information's gonna leak out.
You just hang in the back and look tough.
Don't patronize me, Catman.
Okay, so what y'all want to do up in this room here?
Well,
Shove all
after
of that
Mike's-
shit into my bag.
Except for the advanced med
Except for the
kit.
advanced med kit. And honestly, the 2 tier 2 sedatives, because I've already got 2 of those.
Okay.
But I think we should actually kind of... I think a couple of other folks should get one of those Mark III serums of healing and not be just on me.
Yeah, I'd like to have one of those. Well, I don't know, man. Like, I don't.
I would
get
like...
hurt.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think you should have one, and I think Kuiper should have one, because
can
both
use
of
it
y'all
on-
have a lot of movement. So you could get to somebody if shit goes sideways.
That's not a bad idea. I've got 4 Mark II serums of healing, so...
Damn, boy!
I don't have any left, so
Yeah.
I think,
You
I think
know who
Mike
gets hurt
should
a lot
probably
and
take
who
one.
could get to
Yeah.
Mike quicker than any of you is Mike.
That's
yeah.
true.
Mike should
But-
have them, but it also would use your action.
I s-
And if your bro Fell's standing next to you, he can jab you in the arm. You can keep on punching.
I'll tell you what, give Mike 2 and then give Fell and Kuiper the others. And then, so I'll take the spray flesh, the antitoxins, and the X-ray visor. I think we should just hang on to. Do you guys know what it
sell
does?
it.
Because I do. I looked it
I'm
up.
trying to
What does
pull
it
it
do?
up. Is it a
looked
hybrid?
it up.
I already got you, dog. It's a tech item. It's a level 9 tech item. Its value, its price, is 15 grand. So that means it's 1,500 credits to sell in this horrible economy. But it's a sensor worn as an adjustable viewer. I thought it said visor, but viewer resting over the eyes like goggles or thick glasses. It sends out X-rays and interprets the information gathered as an image it imposes over your normal vision. This grants sense-through vision, though it is blocked by materials 1/5 as dense as those that block normal sense-through. So 2 feet of wood or plastic, 1 foot of stone, 2 inches of common metal, or 1 inch of lead or any star metal. It limits you to black and white vision while in use, and you don't gain the benefit of any other special visual senses, such as low-light vision, while the visor is active, and you can't attempt sight-based perception checks beyond 60 feet.
So basically, it's like an activated on and off X-ray serum.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can basically just drop that whenever you want it to see through walls.
Now,
I mean,
here's the deal. I can't technically use this as my head slot because of the other things that I'm using as my head slot. Mm-hmm. So I think it should go to the person who has the next highest perception rolls.
I assume that's Kuiper.
Kuiper.
So, just real quick, perception is 16.
Yeah, you beat me by 1.
You should take that.
Okay. So, if Kuiper's going to go ahead and take him, then he's just going to go ahead and pull off his R goggles and he's just going to, Michael. Yeah. And just tosses him over to him. He's going to go ahead and take the X-ray viewer.
X-ray visor.
X-ray visor.
Okay. All right.
It's a tech item.
It actually,
so I'll tell you
on
that.
Archives of Nethys, it says sensor, scanner, X-ray visor. It's a type of scanner.
Scanner. I'll look for scanner.
There's some other things in here other than this great little cache of medical supplies. As I said, there is what looks to be a potentially functional computer. And if you want to use this room as a medical lab, you can. So I don't know if there's any healing that you might want to do, but considering most of you have access to the advanced med kit anyway, you don't necessarily need this room to do that. I'll just put it out there that you could.
Yeah, actually, I'm low on health, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind at least using the advanced med kit.
Same.
All right, so that's going to be a treat wounds check, which is a medicine check, and with the advanced med kit, I believe that brings the DC down to a 20.
All right, let's see here. Got 16 on the med, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to pass it. That's going to be a 30.
That's good. So you beat it by 10, which I believe is going to give you some extra healing. It's going to be 1 hit point per your level, and since you exceeded by 5 or more, you can add your intelligence modifier to the amount healed.
I would also like to treat wounds. I'll ask Oren to do it because he has an advanced med kit. Can you, Oren, maybe fix me up a little bit? Maybe while Fel, can you check out that computer with the crack in it? Maybe we can get a little
Yeah, it was
info.
just waiting my turn to talk.
It's going to be a 29.
So you do beat it, so you can add your intelligence modifier to the level, which is 9. All right, so that's 11 healing.
Thank you.
To
No problem.
the captain. Fel, what you gonna do, my man?
Fel would like to see. I know it's cracked, but like, is it even still usable, hackable?
Yeah, you can turn it on, and it does fire up. You know, it's a little glitchy on the monitor.
You just gotta be careful.
but-
Don't slide your finger over the crack. You know.
Yeah, don't touch
Like,
it. Yeah,
cut you.
cut yourself.
I'm wireless hack anyways, so or remote hack.
I will say that with everybody kind of taking their time looking, one of the things that you notice in front of this desk, among the items that are strewn across the floor, is a smashed, framed holographic picture of an elderly human man and a young male Verthani, which you recognize as Kaon Reese. You don't know the human man, but you see that they're like kind of, got their arms around each other's shoulders, smiling, cheesing for a picture,
Okay. Fel points that out to Kuiper. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know this guy, would you? Not Kaon, the other one.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, this one.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay. No, it doesn't look familiar.
All right. What else do I see on the? What do I get from the computer though?
All right, so did you roll a computer's check?
No, I mean, I figured we were going to be in here for a minute and take 20 on it, or I can make the roll anyways.
So you're going to have to make a roll
Okay.
because you're attempting to hack. However, you should be able to do this just fine. We'll go ahead and take the auto aid from Kuiper.
All right. It's going to be a 30.
30 is great. The DC was 25, so you're able to hack this. And in fact, beyond that, you saw that there was a module that was required a DC 27 to hit. So you're able to access both the modules that you see here. One of them is labeled Clinical Trials, and the other is labeled Eclipse Mail.
Let's go through the clinical trials first.
All right. So, yeah, as I said, you're able to bypass the protections here, and you see that it has a video containing captioned recordings of an augmentation procedure referred to as PS 2.1. So you fire up the video, and you see the same old man that you saw in the photograph. He's got kind of gray, stringy hair. It's kind of long, not quite shoulder length, but close, and he's got like a little top knot pulled in the back, and he's wearing a lab coat, and he's got like a beard and some spectacles. And you see him like looking into this like little handheld camera that he's recording this on. He says, "My name is Dr. Ivrik Kindor, and this is the testing procedures of PS 2.1. As you can see," and he like changes the camera to look out across like a group of maybe about 5 to 10, let's say 7 Verthani laying on tables. This is some of the 35 different employee volunteers that have signed up for this new project. I am very curious to see what kind of productivity we can get out of this augmentation. He continues to comment on himself and the patient's vital signs as he verbally describes the operation during each procedure. And you sit there and watch him apply some anesthesia to one of the patients and then cut a hole in the back of their head and gently lift the skin and a little piece of the skull over, and he inserts one of these augmentations directly into the, where the spine and the brain connect there. And then that video, he's very excited and everything, and the procedure seems to go off without a hitch. None of the employees that are in this video look scared or like held there against their will. And then you see that there's also, beyond that initial video of him documenting the procedure, there's then a module containing text logs of the follow-up procedures and personal observations of each patient after the surgery. So, as I said, there was 35 total people that got this implant.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to basically pull the text files to be able to peruse later, like sometime this evening.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to tell you what they say now. So, as it goes on, it seems that the Dr. Kindor, that's Qindor, that as it goes and he starts to witness the deterioration of their health, that he starts expressing some misgivings about it. He says, I don't know if this is performing the way we should. I will need to talk to Mr. Reese and give him my findings, because I'm not sure that this is doing what we intended. I think the ethics involved here are questionable, and we might have to pull the plug on this project. So that's what you see in the
that's a surefire way to get
module.
killed by the corporate suits, dude.
I was going to say, they probably pulled the plug on him.
Mm-hmm.
2 in the back and the head.
I will say, because Kuiper aided, he's kind of over his shoulder, kind of reading through some of this stuff. Kuiper, you see that there was like another round of employees that were going to be given this treatment. As it appears here, they had not yet received it, but it was a list of employees, and on that list of employees, you see a familiar name, Christoff.
Wait, go back. Christoff?
Yeah, right there.
And I guess he's definitely wondering about, like, why was he going to get this productivity module?
I mean, I don't know. I got no idea. And just for my own sake, because, I do have a bad memory. When you shared your story, you did mention him by name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Like
yeah.
his name is imprinted on Ziva's like ring of whispering.
He would have never agreed to this. He would not have volunteered for this.
Well, I mean,
You sure about that,
considering
Chief?
I know him.
All right.
considering the state of this place and, well, the workers out there, yeah, the ones on the video seemed willing, but I kind of doubt that they stuck with volunteers.
Adam, can we tell, like, the ones that were there voluntarily? Do they look familiar? Are they the ones that we see, or that we saw in the cubicles?
Yeah, you definitely. No, so not the cubicles. You saw the first people that were the first of the 35, and you recognize them as the zombies that you just fought.
Okay.
There is another module available to you.
Yeah, and then
Fel and Kuiper. It's the Eclipse Mail module.
yeah, I was gonna say if that was it for the medical logs, then let's check out that mail.
This contains Dr. Kindor's private inbox. It contains a full record of the medical director's communications within the company. Many of the messages are mundane invitations to meetings, medical supply orders, and such, reports sent to HR about sick or injured employees. And you do find that there was a directive from Kuiper specifically, or not Kuiper, I'm sorry, Keon Reese, specifically saying that it was like a list of people, but Christoff's name included, that this is who has been selected for the next run of the trials of this technology. And, you know, it's interesting that the language selected was used because the first 35 were all volunteers, you know, and volunteer is the language that was used in all the emails that you're reading through here now, up until there's about a collection of 10 to 15 other employees as the second wave, and they were selected. That's the words that were used. You also see a group message in the outbox titled Employee Volunteers, and announces that the recipients of this message have been selected to participate in the employee-exclusive clinical trial of brain augmentation developed to enhance productivity and improve stress management. So this is the email that has Christoff's name in it. The message details compensation for the volunteers, including a sizable credit transfer and free copies of the Penumbra app for anybody that does it. I will note that there was an email. The last email that is here is a personal email between the doctor and Keon Reese. And Keon Reese had said to the doctor that he wanted to speed up Christoff's installment and then go ahead and transfer him to the black site.
Oh. His cover must have been blown.
Yeah, it definitely seems like he most likely got found out. And what more convenient way could you get rid of somebody around here, you know?
I always told him he should be more cautious.
But to clarify, Christoff was found dead in his apartment by Kuiper, right?
Kuiper, you're correct.
So he didn't get the augmentation. They killed him, or he killed himself or something before that took place. Or at least before they moved him.
I would say that, you know, you, Emily, are piecing together what Kuiper is probably intuiting, that instead, you know, what he knows about the Christoff situation, that Christoff was worried about some shady dealings going on in Eclipse Innovations. People were disappearing. And he must have, very likely that he knew that he was being targeted. Mm-hmm. And so he probably did kill himself to avoid the fate of whatever was happening to the Eclipse Innovation employees, which is why he then left a message in his cheek pouch for whoever might find him, because he was anticipating Kuiper's arrival. So you know what? I'll give you an inspiration for that, Emily.
Okay. I'll take it.
Killed himself.
Okay. So this one is from Twisted Enigma. It's a Twisted Enigspiration.
Okay.
It's from Kevin. And it says, "Hey, you. Use these words and do better at the thing you're trying to do right now. I like believing you and stuff."
That's some pretty appropriate inspiration for Emily.
Yeah. I think that's the best I could possibly hope for.
Solid one.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Solid.
Yeah, I believe that was your first on the show, so congrats there. Okay, so let's keep it moving here. That is all that you find on the computer,
Is that,
Fel?
like relayed information? That's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Warren just says,
Those corporate fucks don't care whose lives they ruin.
Surely he had to have a computer around here somewhere. Christoff?
Yeah, you would think it'd probably be somewhere in the cubicle farm, knowing what you know about his position in the company.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Warren, that's pretty obvious that they don't care about these people. You know, look at New Elysium. Look what they're doing now. Yeah, they don't give a shit about anybody but themselves.
It's your friend.
Yeah, he's your fucking friend, Phil.
Was. I don't think the man that I was a friend with is I don't think it's him anymore.
That could be you with a productivity module in your neck.
You're probably
Phil
right.
reaches back and is like
Exocortex.
Exocortex.
Like he literally does.
Where do you think he got the idea? I mean, where do you think he got? Like, Phil kind of
I don't
came up.
This is all
with the
your
idea.
fault. Oh my god.
This is all your fault. Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no, guys, I messed up.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Well, I thought it's why we could have nice things.
All right, give me your wrench.
Give me a wrench.
This is why you couldn't. No, this is why you couldn't solve the signal of screams with the signal jammer, because you are the signal of screams.
How wild would that be?
Oh man.
Adam's like, oh no, they figured it out.
And
Oh my god! Damn, why didn't I think of that?
next week on Devastation Art.
We just
all
have
right,
to
so
murder
you-
Fel.
Shit.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
So,
Look, that's how you beat the signal of
Yeah.
screams.
Just look
So-
after that.
That's what they want us to think. They want us to turn against each other. Okay, stop.
Mike cracks his knuckles.
so I know that Phil has all of that information, saved in his brain bank. But Ziva would like to just kind of basically, you said that the picture of the doctor with Keon Reese was like a hollow pic or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just I don't know, screen grab an image of the doctor and just keep it on my...
Sure.
Yeah, I do
You got
that.
a comm unit. So it's-
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Take screenshots with it.
Yeah, we do that.
Hey, so how do you guys picture the comm units in Starfinder? I always imagine them like the Expanse comm. You know what I'm saying? Like the little,
Yeah.
kind of like that to me.
They're like super advanced iPhones, but they're
it's
like
an iPhone, but it's just
piece
like
of
a
glass.
really fancy one.
I feel like that you can insert them, like you can either wear it on your wrist or it's like it's a wearable more than
That's
like
what I
a
was thinking.
phone.
Yeah.
Think like an actual modernized Pip-Boy. Not the big chunky thing from the Fallout games, but like screen on your wrist or holographic projection
It's
or
like
something.
pops up.
I was thinking it was
Yeah.
on like Kuiper's collar, but
See,
that would be kind of like, eh.
I
All of
different
those are
models.
valid.
Orin wants an old
And
school,
you
like a
can-
flip one that's just not quite as advanced as everybody else's.
Orin wants a jitterbug.
I got the Zoom, y'all.
I hear it's
Got
the
some
new
Zoom
thing.
stock. It's going to take off.
I hear it's the new thing.
Put all
Stay
my
with the one
Waylon
I'm-
Jennings on this thing.
Yeah, I would say it's my Merle Haggard sounds way better on the Zoom.
Oh my god, y'all. Orin is just Nick Offerman. He's just, this is an excellent rectangle. Sorry, I'm done.
All right, so you want to try to find Christoph's workstation, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so, I mean, you guys have explored, you now know that you explored the floor plan of the office.
Yeah.
So you're going to go back and kind of deal with the afflicted employees. And I imagine while Mike and Phil are kind of, I don't know, gathering them up, getting them in a position to be picked up, that Kuiper, you're just kind of glancing through and you find his cubicle. And, I'm going to let you take 20 on the computers check just because you've already pretty much hacked into the network here. You see that his terminal has been wiped clean, that there's nothing on his terminal, and that there was like a flag to move his login to the black site. I will say though, as you're looking at it, I think you're kind of overcome with memory, and so we're gonna do a doodly doos, like some straight up doodly
Nice.
doos. Yeah.
You guys ready? It's been a hot minute since we've
Hands
doodled
prepped,
these,
hands
man.
prepped.
Minute.
Hold on, let me stretch
Gotta
my
stretch
fingers.
these fingers out,
There
these
you go.
fingies.
You gotta stretch the doodly fingers.
I feel like I need to go
Fingies.
grab a cookie.
We do have a dozen
Do you have a
doodly-doos
doodly-doo?
chilling on the kitchen table right now.
Got yourself a doozly duddin.
From Critical Hit Cookies, by the way. Go get you some. Get you some of them doodly doos. All right. Y'all ready?
They're doodly delicious.
Ready.
We see Kuiper standing on a platform, waiting for the maglev train to decelerate and open its transport doors. Kuiper takes a seat and stares out through the window as he waits for the boarding process to complete. Rain droplets pepper the elongated windows, warping the neon lighting that crowns many of the hard and angular buildings here in Command Prime. As the maglev transport begins its departure, the droplets slowly fade as the ziggurats and skyscrapers blur by, and Kuiper drifts, lost in thought. Very recently, an email hit the Patra's inbox and automatically flagged as spam. It followed a string of other transmissions, all innocuous in their content. An unremarkable advertisement, the email disguised its true nature. A meeting with an old Yusoki contact. These meetings always carry an air of mystery and take place during the infrequent rains that occur around Command Prime. Vesk prefer hot, dry climates and are in fewer numbers during wet weather. What is it that the Yusoki wants? It has been a while since his last visit. What is so important? Priding himself as an information broker, the Yusoki is in reality more of a blackmail specialist and a hacker of extraordinary capability. Kuiper's thoughts are interrupted when the maglev slows as it reaches the destination. Its doors open and he waits for any other passengers to disembark before leaving the transport himself. Kuiper keeps his eyes toward the transport doors, checking to see if anyone else makes any last-second departures before heading off the platform and down the stairs. The street lamps cast their light over the main walkways, cutting shafts through the darkness and exposing any sense of secrecy. Less than amiable Vesk walk these streets. With too much time and misdirected energy, they get their kicks in harassing Command Prime's secondary citizens. Kuiper's gotten used to the second-class treatment he endured, even though he's serving the Empire just as much as they are. Hell, the enemy cared not whether the blood they spilled was Vesk or Patra, so why should the Veskarium care? A few inner cycles and cruisers pass, none seem to notice Kuiper. Here in the outer districts of Command Prime, no one really pays attention to anyone else. Even though he's military, although in the reserves now, Kuiper still feels uneasy. Local law enforcement is slow to respond out here, and reporting activities would likely get you killed. As if on cue, his arm throbs with a dull pain, serving as a reminder of his injury. The drop in atmospheric pressure when it rains makes it a periodic occurrence, as if revisiting an old memory. After making a few turns, his destination comes into view, an abandoned service tunnel from long ago. Kuiper approaches. His eyes adjust naturally to the enveloping darkness, removing any need for artificial light. That would only announce his presence, and he knows the Yusoki's strict policy for secrecy. Finding the hidden buzzer, he performs a sequence of presses and holds to announce his arrival. An audible click comes from a false panel, permitting the Patra's entry into this domain. Stepping inside, the pungent smells of spices and ozone assault Kuiper's senses. Above him, a dense canopy of cables cover the ceiling, sprawling in all directions. To his side, various gauges and colors of utility piping jut forth from the concrete walls, only to be partially covered by a wide array of hollow screens depicting security feeds and automated scripts. A melodic timbre of Akatonian music envelops the space, giving an otherworld characteristic to this chamber. In the center, its architect sits half minding the Patra's arrival, while he finishes the last details of a circuit board.
I'm here, Christoff.
I know, Christoff responds tersely, using his soldering iron to point to the security feed where he had verified him. Moments later, he looks up and regards Kuiper, with a set of magnifying lenses appended to one eye. I trust you weren't followed?
No, I stayed out of the light and spoke with no one.
Let me see your arm. Not realizing, Kuiper's hand had drifted to his sore arm. In a shared glance, he acquiesces. Sitting in a chair too small and a table too low, Kuiper looks comical, as if sitting in as a guest for a child's tea party. Regardless, he extends his arm to the Yusoki. Allow me to remove that thorn from your paw, Patra. he says, smirking as he takes hold of Kuiper's prosthetic. Kuiper reacts with a dramatic eye roll and replies,
Your humor is wasted here. Why don't you get a job as a comedian?
Something tells me that my humor might be too highbrow for the Veskarian. Kuiper's view drifts over the Yosoki's room while Christoff tinkers away at the Patra's appendage. An aromatic stew sits in one corner, half-finished. A stack of books rest in an adjacent corner. Kuiper quietly reads off the titles to himself. The Grand Hoax, Exploring the So-Called Gap. The Atlantis Heist of Galarian. And finally, Insidious Infiltrators, The Unseen Greys.
Why do you read this trash?
Kuiper winces as he feels a flash of pain roll up his arm. Oh, is that too tight? As the Yosoki continues his work, Kuiper recalls the event that led him to his encounter with Christoff. Several months after his prosthetic integration, the political climate of Vesk Prime had become heated. In a period that followed the Emperor's abdication, a portion of the Vesk population felt the action was premature and took it out on its secondary citizens. Kuiper, now in the reserves, worked alongside the Division of Criminal Extirpation in quelling the unrest. It was a tough time for law enforcement and military alike. The thought of turning your weapons on your own people didn't sit well. While patrolling a designated route in District 91, Kuiper was tasked with an informal assessment of the surrounding building's structural integrity after an explosion occurred nearby just a day before. Along his path, he discovered a lump covered in dust. Approaching, he was able to identify the body of a Yosoki pinned underneath heavy debris, its leg crushed by the massive weight. Instinct had taken over, and Kuiper immediately pulled a tourniquet from his gear and tightened the crushed limb before performing an impromptu transtibial amputation. Christoff clears his throat, bringing the Patra back to the present. The Yosoki releases his arm and puts down the tools. A soft clink of metal against floor is audible as Christoff slides out of his chair. Beyond the table, a low whir emits from the motors in the Yosoki's leg prosthetic as his weight shifts. Over here, Christoff says as he gestures, and the pair walk toward a particular holoscreen. A live stream of Brutaris shrinks from the forefront and is replaced by a personnel database as Christoff accesses the terminal. A green banner splashes across the top of the display, stylized with an imposing font that simply reads AV. In the middle, the contents of 2 Vesk appear, including a brief description along with career and education. A flash of panic invades the Patra's mind.
How did you get access to the army of the Veskarium? Que Waleta, you don't want this kind of heat.
Ignoring his warnings, Christoff says, Just look. Taking another look at the screen, it finally registers. The Vesk, on the right, is Steward Kesh, the officer who facilitated Kuiper's recovery.
Why are you showing me Steward Kesh?
I keep an interest in the goings-ons of parties I deal with. Meeting the Patra's furious gaze, he continues. You should be grateful that I do. I've intercepted communications between the steward and this other one. It appears you are not aware of his true intentions.
Intentions?
You've become popular in some circles for your actions on Kesteval, and some of the brass have taken notice. Others don't want to see another up-and-coming Patra rise to an officer. They see it as an embarrassment. They plan to take action soon. Something permanent, if you catch my drift. You'll need to take control of this situation. Kuiper's eyes met Christoff's, understanding the gravity of his suggestion.
And who is this other Vesk? Is it his intention as well?
This Vesk is a nobody, more subservient than his peers. He lacks any boldness that one would typically find in a Vesk. His only importance is that he shares the steward's sentiments. Obviously, his interests are self-serving. Before Kuiper can give it any further thought, Christoff continues. Considering the sensitivity of this issue, I would advise against any standard issue weaponry. Come over here. The pair walk over to a crate with a tarp over it. Christoff removes the tarp, revealing an assortment of weapons.
One of these should do the trick. No paperwork and untraceable.
The initial surprise wears off as Kuiper familiarizes himself with the arsenal.
I think this will do. What do I owe you for this information?
Consider this a favor. When the time is right, you will know.
And we fast forward several days. Christoff was good on his intel. It's night at the pier, and Vesk Prime's single moon makes its voyage across the sky. In the distance, two Vesk are talking as they walk. Kuiper crouches behind a set of crates, uncertain whether to shoot them dead or try talking. Kuiper isn't the best at diplomacy, and he reads the communications himself. There doesn't seem to be any other way. He can hear them approaching as they turn down the dock.
This can't get back to the brass. I'm not gonna stand for a military tribunal. We're removing the stain, not adding to it.
Irritated, the steward responds.
We've gone over this. It won't come back on us. You know, sometimes I wonder if your shell was softened before you were hatched.
Kuiper tries to calm his heart and mind as he hears boot on gravel.
They're close. It's now or never.
Springing forward, Kuiper comes out from behind the crate with a rotating pistol in hand and aims directly at the two Vesk. The pair come to a stop, looking first at the weapon, then at Kuiper. Calm and smoothly, the steward says,
What you got there, Kip? You look angry. Is everything all right? Why don't you put down the weapon? You're making my friend and I uncomfortable. Isn't that right?
The other Vesk, looking guilty, says,
Whatever this is about, I'm sure we can talk it out.
The hammer clicks, interrupting the Vesk. Pounding his chest, Kuiper yells out,
Why are you planning to kill me? I've served the Empire. I've done nothing to you.
Fumbling over his words, the other Vesk responds,
Look, we don't know what you're talking about. If you just let us go.
Clearly tired of the charade, the steward interrupts his comrade.
Fuck it.
The steward pivots and in a flash is wielding a cavitation pistol.
You've had this coming, Kite.
A glob of plasma coats the steward's head, melting it into a superheated stump. Before Kuiper can react, the other Vesk's head is coated and melts in the same fashion. A lean figure invades his periphery, stepping calmly from the shadows of a shipping crate, his face dimly lit by the final embers of the cigarette in his mouth. Kuiper's seen this one before.
It's you, from the hospital. Why did you do that? Who are?
Who I am doesn't matter.
The Vesk face takes on an orange hue as he lights another cigarette. Looking at Kuiper's gun, he scolds the Pacha.
You look ridiculous with that antique. Give me the gun. You're not some trash hitman, Kuiper. It won't be long before someone else tries again. What will you do then? You weren't ready this time, not really. You're rotting in the reserves. If you want experience, go seek this man.
Rebuffed, the Pacha takes a card offered by the cigarette-smoking Vesk. The card reads, Fangs of Damaritosh, Dashko Specialist, Sobak. Confused, the Pacha exclaims,
The Dashko specialist. What the fuck?
Looking up, the Vesk has already disappeared. Only a burning cigarette on the ground in front of him. In the distance, sirens are approaching. Kuiper runs. Another great Kuiper flashback. Good job, John.
Thank you.
Kuiper, what's your deal, babe? What you doing?
It's everybody else. It's not me. I'm just trying to live my life.
It's what he's not doing. He said, "I'm not getting hate crime today."
Heard that, bro.
So more layers of the onion peel back, and you kind of shake out of your reverie, Kuiper, and you did owe Christoff. He got you out of a pinch, and I wonder if you don't feel I mean, you tell me, but you were kind of too late for Christoff to save him.
And Kuiper is just kind of like you can almost kind of like a wave of exhaustion just from emotion. Just, it just kind of goes over him because it's just like he's gone through this before. He's grieved for the loss of Christoff already. And it's just, at this point, he's just like rubs his face, just trying to, like, okay, we need to focus, but at the same time, I'm going to do this for you. I want to get this taken care of.
Well, it's a lot weighing on your mind. I think as you guys are collecting the remaining employees, the plan was to just kind of put an anonymous call in, right, and just have somebody come and find them.
Yeah.
I mean, like an
I
ambulance.
think you move them to the foyer at least.
Like, let's call. Surely there's some sort of trauma team.
I mean, yeah, there's ambulances in Versus, particularly in
Just
Kubikara.
there's bodies everywhere. The smashed glass.
It's a fucking massacre in here at Eclipse Innovations.
So I'll say that as you're pulling out your phone, Fel, it like rings like as you're like pulling out your comm unit, and you see, the caller ID, because that's a thing in the future.
And now.
Except on Oren's good old flip. Yeah, exactly. It shows a number.
It says,
Anybody know 63172?
no, this one says mom, and it has a particular ringtone that's specific to your mom. Your mom's calling you.
Oh, special ringtone.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
And so are we... Where are we right now? Have we left, or are we on the way out? Are we in the car?
It's wherever you were going to be when you were calling to...
We're probably still in the main
Hi,
room.
Phil's mom.
Fel looks at his communicator and just like turns around, answers sheepishly. Hello?
Fellow Marana, you are here on Verses after 7 years and you haven't called your mother yet? That is ridiculous. Now, I don't understand why you don't want to talk to your mother. I raised you. I took care of you. We made things good for you. Listen, I'm coming to the city. We're going to have dinner and you're going to tell me what's going on. Your father's already getting things packed in the car. We're coming. What, Fel?
It's good to talk to you.
It'd be
sorry.
nice. I haven't heard from my boy in seven God blessed years.
Love
it. So you better be prepared. You put on your nicest suit, whatever you got. We're coming to dinner. I already know where you're staying. Your friend Bevan told us what's going on. Expect us there. We want to hear all about what you've been doing since you left Verses. I'm sure that you've been doing amazing things. You're my beautiful little boy. We'll see you soon.
Have you settled down with a nice young lady yet, Fel? I want some grandbabies.
What, Fel? I've got to get ready to go. I've got to make myself up. I'm not coming to the city and not be pretty. I'm not going to come to the city without prettying myself up. Come on.
Okay.
I don't get to go to the city very much. You know?
We'll talk. I'll message you. We'll coordinate when and where. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Can we please retcon that? Can we please retcon that and say that he accidentally put that on speakerphone?
Yeah, we can say that.
Oh my god. Well, then Ziva just smiles so fucking big.
Cheesy grin.
Oh my god.